buy shares of any company from the stock exchange, but can you buy the stock exchange itself? Did you know that BSE is a company listed on NSE? What started by 5 traders under a banyan tree in 1850 has become a $1 trillion market. What is Sensex? What is Nifty50? Hello friends, my name is Adv Prachi and let's start understanding the concepts of market investment and growth together. Before we start, my sincere advice to you would be, don't treat stock market like a lottery or gambling. Learn the basic principles of market even before you open your Demat account. It is important to have an in-depth knowledge of the market because at the end of the day, it is your money that is at stake. Rule number 1 of the market is never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. This is the famous quotation of you-know-who. Similarly, before you invest in something, invest your time in understanding it. Friends, all of us want to make money. But how do we achieve our financial goals? If you are a student, you will get pocket money. If you start working as an intern, you will get stipend. You get a job, you start drawing salary. But these are never enough to make super profits. So if you want to make super profits, what can you do? To my mind, there are 2 ways to make big profits. First, start your own business. And second, invest in somebody else's business. You face various problems when you start on your own, like you will have to arrange for office space, you will have to hire people, you will have to personally monitor things, you will have to arrange funds. There is always that uncertainty of profits, and growth is not always guaranteed. But share market allows you to do whatever you are doing. Plus, side by side, you can invest money in somebody else's business. So basically, you're still part of a business without doing any of these. Share Bazaar connects investors to businesses and investors to other investors. So it is like a combination of Amazon and OLX. You buy from Amazon, you sell it on OLX. Likewise, in a bazaar, you buy and sell stocks on one platform. Firstly, in comparison to owning a company or starting your own business, stock market gives you a lot of flexibility. For instance, if your father has a pharma business, but you want to enter into automobile sector, can you do it overnight? Not really. But the bazaar offers you a choice to buy shares of any company you like and become owners of that business. Secondly, for starting a business, you need lots of funds. But in the bazaar, you can invest any amount you save from your salary, stipend, pocket money. Plus, you don't have to work for that company. You just need to have keen eyes and understanding of how the bazaar works. In this series, we are going to learn the basic skills to do the right investment at the right time. Now let me quickly apprise you about the history of share bazaar. I read somewhere that the Venetian moneylenders began to sell debts back in the year 1300 AD. In Belgium, people started dealing in promissory notes and bonds in and around 1500 AD. But the first stock exchange was established in Amsterdam in 1600 AD. And Dutch East India Company was the first to issue stocks and bonds. In India, if you have ever visited Mumbai, you must have seen this building. This is the famous town hall. In front of this, there is a banyan tree, under which, way back in the year 1850, 4 Gujaratis and 1 Parsi started trading in stocks. This trading business grew and later, in 1875, Stock Exchange was formally founded. One of the founding fathers, Mr. Roychand Premchand, made a fortune dealing in the market and later donated his bungalow to an orphanage. Since then, many stock exchanges have emerged in India and many of them have closed. Today, we talk about stock exchanges. There are 2 prominent stock exchanges which come to our mind, NSE and BSE. BSE has a history of around 150 years. It is one of the oldest stock exchange in the entire Asia, and around 5,500 companies are listed on it. The current BSE tower that we see today was built in the year 1980. In 2005, as per the mandatory requirements of government, BSE was converted into a limited company. So today, BSE is actually as much a company as any other company that are listed on BSE. Interestingly, BSE is the first stock exchange to be listed. These were some interesting facts about the stock exchanges. Today, we will learn about Sensex and Nifty50. You must have heard on TV news and newspapers about people saying that Sensex is rising by 200 points, Sensex is showing an upward trend, Sensex is falling for 5 days continuously. So what does this mean? What is Sensex? Sensex is the full form of sensitivity index. It is a word coined by Deepak Mohani. Sensex indicates the general sentiment and trend in the economy. So when you say that Sensex is rising, it means that the outlook of the people towards the economy is good and majority of the companies are doing good. So there is an upward trend in the investments in the market. Similarly, when you say Sensex is showing a downward trend, it means that people are having a negative outlook towards the economic conditions in the market. It also means that people are selling their shares in the market. Sensex comprises of 30 largest and most actively traded stocks that are on BSE. These stocks are from various sectors like IT, pharma, telecom, auto. So basically in layman's language, it is an average performance of this 30 chosen stock that is indicated by Sensex. You must have seen this movie. In this movie, a teacher chooses 30 best students from different backgrounds and helps them clear IIT. Similarly, BSE chooses 30 best stocks from different sectors so that it can give you a general idea about how the other 5,500 listed companies are doing and how negative or positive the outlook of people is towards the economy. When we say that Sensex is an index of BSE, what does it mean? What does index mean? Before we discuss the concept of index, you will have to understand the concept of market capitalization. The formula for calculating market capitalization is simple. Total number of shares multiplied by the price of the share. So company X has 100 shares. Value of each shares is rupees 2. So market capital of X company will be 200. Now if you understand what is market capitalization, it will be very easy to understand what is the index. Let's assume that the market capitalization of these 30 chosen stocks of BSE when it started in the year 1978-79 was 10,000. On the basis of this market cap of 78-79, the base value of index is assumed to be 100. Now suppose today's market cap is 1 lakh. So index will be 1000. So simply we can say that the year we start trading or tracking till today, market has grown 10 times. Assume if you have invested in the stock in the year 1978-79, we can say that your investments has grown 10 times. Compared to BSE, NSE is fairly new. NSE is a fully automatic screen-based electronic trading system. So there are around 1600 companies that are listed on NSE. As we know that Sensex is an index of BSE, similarly Nifty50 is the index of NSE. Nifty50 was launched in the year 1996. It means that Nifty started tracking the index from the year 1996. Like BSE tracks 30 companies, Nifty50 tracks 50 companies. The calculation of index is similar to that of BSE. NSE is not listed yet, but we hope that Nifty will also get listed like BSE.